A lot of people have asked me, iShares is the most successful division within BlackRock. Look what it did. Why are you doing this now? And we believe it's so important to be anticipating the next move.
Crypto holders, you need to be anticipating the next move. Now, I'm going to be talking about this in depth in today's video because before I show you the rest of Larry Fink's clip here, where he probably just announced what the next big narrative will be in both traditional finance and in the crypto markets, that's actually going to make himself trillions of dollars. Yes, I'm saying trillions of dollars he expects to see exploded from this announcement, from this architectural change in BlackRock's agency. But before I do that, we need to explain what narrative trading is and how you guys can use this trading style to actually get rich. So let's dive into the first video today. And I promise you, you want to stick around till the end. So make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to this channel because what Larry Fink is about to say is astonishing. Now, narrative trading, for you guys that don't know, is going to be when a new trend emerges in the crypto market. So, for example, when Facebook changed their company name to Meta back in October of 2021, this, of course, sent all of your metaverse projects just starting to rally. They exploded. Decentraland Mana, after the announcement, ran 350%. You have the Sandbox, ran up 150%. Star Atlas, 125%. Axie Infinity, 15%. It sparked a massive narrative that led to the creation of metaverses. And if you type in metaverse category now on, of course, CoinGecko, or if you want to go over to CoinMarketCap, there's an entire sector that exploded and was created based off this narrative, of course, around the metaverse. Now, since then, obviously, metaverse tokens have, wandered off. It's, narratives last maybe 2 to 3 months. And that is the alpha I'm going to provide with you guys today. I've been in crypto for a long time, for multiple years at this point, and narratives, well, they traditionally last about 2 to 3 months. Now, some of them, they'll last a few weeks, they'll last a few days, there'll be a hype announcement. The next one that actually took off recently was NVIDIA. So metaverse, well, that lasted about 2 months. The AI and render hype, though, the AI and deepen hype has lasted much larger. Now, that's primarily due to the fact that NVIDIA has been outperforming all market expectations and is now sitting at number 4 in terms of market cap. Down a little bit. It's actually retraced in market cap by a few, well, not by a few, but by a few hundred billion. I was going to say by a few billion, but by a few hundred billion. It did take over Apple for a split second. So we're getting a bit of a retracement in NVIDIA's price action, but NVIDIA itself is what allowed the entire crypto market to see billions upon billions of dollars pour into the AI and deepen sector. Of course, you saw this with render. Look at that chart. It is ridiculous. Over the last few quarters, ever since October, with NVIDIA just beating market expectations for like the 5th time in a row, your render and AI tokens have gone absolutely parabolic. And that's amazing to see, because when you see one project go parabolic, that starts a massive trend or something known as a narrative, where a lot of the products in that industry, if we click by market cap, notice how much money poured into this industry. We have a $3.6 billion market cap for render. For BitTensor, you have a $3.4 billion. For the graph, $3.1 billion. For Fetch, you have $2.8 billion. Billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars poured into the sector based off the hype and the narrative that was sparked by NVIDIA itself. So that is what narrative trading is. Narrative trading is following the massive news events that cause catalysts for immense amount of volume, billions upon billions of dollars, to pour into a next sector. So here's exactly how you find the next ones and how you get in early before these narratives actually take off. First and foremost is by simply going over to my Twitter, of course, guys. If you look at my pinned tweet, I'm going to be dropping here very, very soon. Almost every single Monday is my goal. A massive in-depth thread on upcoming ecosystems or projects or narratives that are starting to emerge. One of my favorites is going to be Bitcoin DeFi, all right? If you look through just Twitter and through a lot of announcements, I've been talking about Bitcoin DeFi for a very long time, and I promise you guys, I'm going to be talking about a sector we haven't discussed yet, which is dozens and dozens of products that are potentially launching here in the near future. on Chainlink's ecosystem. I'm going to show you these gems in just a second. But Bitcoin DeFi is what is going to pop off next, in my opinion. You have Leonidas. You have Casey, which is the founder of course, Ordinals, which, if you guys didn't know, is essentially the largest protocol that issued NFTs on top of Bitcoin's ecosystem. Rune's protocol is launching on the Bitcoin halving, the same exact date at the 840,000th block. And all you need to know is that this means meme coins and NFTs are coming to Bitcoin for the first time in a fast and efficient way. This is a $500 billion market cap, or of potential liquidity, that will be accessed by these meme coins. And you now have massive institutions talking about it. You have Mark Yusko, who we just had on the channel on BitLab Academy. He'll be joining us for an interview here very, very soon. Massive Morgan Greek capital, lots of funding. He is insanely excited. He's been quote tweeting the founder and CEO of course, Sora Ventures, which is heavily invested into DeFi and Bitcoin. He's been retweeting those like Leonidas here, who has been dropping massive threads on Rune, which is going to be a fungible token on Bitcoin. Again, he's talking about meme coins and utility tokens, talking about the immense growth that is going to come from this and why it's so important. And this is how you get in early to narratives, guys. You don't necessarily know when the narrative will be, but you know it's coming. And that is exactly the takeaway we can get from this interview with Larry Fink, where he continues to say this.
I would also say on the beginnings of a ETF Bitcoin, we believe ETFs are a technology no different than Bitcoin was a technology for asset storage. We believe the next step going forward will be the tokenization of financial assets.
And that is the takeaway, guys. Watch what they do, not what they say, especially when it comes to the global elitists and people like Larry Fink, who are managing trillions upon trillions of dollars. In this interview months ago, he explained how tokenization of real-world assets is going to be the next narrative. And we are watching that take place in real time on these markets. If you guys watched our YouTube channel, make sure you guys, again, subscribe to our channel. I'm going to be showing you a little secret here on how to get ahead of narratives and trading opportunities through using other influencers in just a second. But if you guys haven't already, check out our Ondo video on Discover Crypto, where we talked about Ondo and, of course, real-world assets. But this has sparked, guys, massive volume moving into the RWA narrative. Real-world assets have been starting to pop off, and there's a lot of products out there that are starting to tokenize both, U.S. treasuries and real estate. You have them fractionalizing, of course, houses, crazy, crazy utility that's being developed from this. But one of the breadwinners from this, one of the biggest leaders, one of the people that is behind this entire industry in this segment is going to be none other than Chainlink with their cross-chain CCIP, their protocol, their CCIP, cross-chain protocol by Chainlink here, the CCIP, the era of secure blockchain interoperability. So we know that BlackRock believes tokenization is going to be the next narrative. This is why they're changing their $3.5 trillion into this narrative. They're completely changing the architecture of their company to fit this narrative because they believe trillions upon trillions of dollars is going to pour in. Now, there is sources out there right now that have been saying that Sergey and Chainlink have been meeting with BlackRock. But what I want to pay attention to is who's going to be using this new search function. You see, the CCIP is probably one of the most innovative breakthroughs we have seen in crypto by Sergey and Chainlink. It's why it's one of my largest bags. But what nobody is talking about for some reason is the sign up for the early access. We've covered this a few times on our channels, but if you dive deep into Chainlink, you can go over to their Chainlink ecosystem and look in real time all the projects that are developing. Now, what I want you to pay attention to, okay, go to this website, chainlinkecosystem.com-ecosystem. You want to find the products that are integrating with CCIP or, of course, integrating with Build. Build is going to be Chainlink's incubation program. Yes, guys, Chainlink's incubation program. Now, this is in beta. It's not public yet. And this is a trend that I think is going to take place around the same time of all of this Bitcoin DeFi. There is tons and tons of narratives out there. I think decentralized gambling and gamify is going to be another one. Web3 gaming is going to be another one. Metaverses are going to come back. That's going to be another one. But right now, Bitcoin's DeFi, Chainlink's ecosystem using CCIP, because it's going to make a new functionality and a new use case to cryptos that we haven't seen before. And all at the same time, having all this cross-chain interoperability and being backed by one of the largest cryptos in the ecosystem, focusing on RWAs. But you have Alaska Gold Rush. You have games that are launching. You have DAOs that are launching. You have projects that are just using and being built by Chainlink. Micro 3, decentralized SocialFi. It's in Chainlink's incubation program. Check out the build right there, right? You have Stake DAO. This is utilizing CCIP. A lot of these projects are starting to integrate it. One of them, they're all so small, guys. I want to be very cautious with this and let you guys know. You have Metis here. That's one that's going to be a little bit of a larger size. I couldn't find anything. I am not at all partnered or related to, or even I haven't done any ounce of research into this project. I just picked on this one right here, Dipius, because it's integrating that CCIP, and it's a gaming project here. But ultimately, these are small market caps, guys. And if you look at if you zoom out on these projects, they're all launching relatively new. If not even out yet, and they're all integrating that CCIP and that, or as well, backed by build. So you have Dexponent here, backed by build. I want to find the ones though, CCIP and build, and I haven't necessarily seen any just yet. I think one of the first is XSwap. Of course, you have ChainSwap that's utilizing CCIP. ChainSwap's another project that we like on this channel. But you really have to just go through these and start finding which ones are launching, which ones are integrated to both ecosystems. And this could be a massive play and narrative that is sparked with the announcement. So I really want to pay attention to the mainnet launching once it goes public, because right now the products that are already inside of it, guys, this is how you get in early to these narratives. The ones that are built on and launching it now, if it's insanely successful and the tokenization of all these projects and real-world assets being integrated with Chainlink, especially as we have heard of sources of them going to BlackRock, you can only imagine what happens when it becomes a success story, right? This is where that AI, that DePIN, that metaverse narrative start to ramp up, except it's going to be CCIP, cross-chain interoperability. I think that's going to be a massive one. Now for the sneak peek and bonus content, though, I wanted to throw this in here, part of the narrative trade, because this is something I used to do multiple cycles ago in 2021 when I was first in the crypto markets. I would go find every single creator that is out there that has 3, 4, 500,000 views per video. There's a few influencers out there. One of my favorites, somebody I actually look up to a lot, just because I love how real and just honest is. He just calls you a degen and cusses at you, and it just makes you feel like, yeah, this is why we're in crypto, is going to be Alex Becker. And what you do, this is honestly an OP way to trade in these markets, guys, is turn on notifications for his channel. And look at these views, guys, 300,000, 500,000, 250,000. And what I want to do is, as soon as his video drops, skip about halfway through it, and if not, a quarter of the way through it. And what you want to do is turn on the settings, put it on playback speed, click ×2, and listen through the video. Because in this video, again, as I mentioned I didn't mention this. This was in the Discord earlier today. One of the biggest insights and the values that you are going to get from creators, guys, is that Alex Becker, even myself, I'll be going to Dubai here next month. As creators, we get to sit down with founders, we get to get into calls with CEOs and projects and go to conventions and go to the parties and the cocktail parties and sit down and listen and hear and communicate and talk with all of these really big individuals building in the space, investing in the space, and they're going to find narratives, right? You're going to hear the next narratives. You're going to be like, wow, this company's about to issue $500 million, or this venture capital is about to deploy $50 million into this sector. This product's about to deploy $3 billion into their ecosystem. That is where the alpha is found, and that's where the narratives are found early. So what I like to do is listen to the people that have the biggest audience, that get into these really strategic parties, that are the ones working with these VC groups, and I go ahead, put them on 2x speed, and I want to find the project to talk about. So I'm going to wait till he talks about a project. AIOZ. So this video came out 2 days ago. It has 204K views. AIOZ sitting at 83 cents. Let's go to AIOZ. AIOZ. And you're going to notice, let's go over to 7 days. Maybe this is April 31st, March 31st. So this was probably around when he made that video. So it went from 83 cents roughly to 96 cents after his video. Now, I used to do this back and forth, and I would put like $1,000 in or $2,000, and I would just trade, because you'd look for like 10, 15, 30% swings off their, these videos, because people will listen to these videos and they'll go buy pretty much immediately. So if you guys want to be a trend trader, that is a great way to do it, is by turning on notifications for the largest channels out there that are doing just hundreds of thousands in views, guys. And that's a way to front run them. So if you stayed away, around for this entire video, you guys watched till the end, you got that little bonus taste here, guys. You want to find those products. Let me see if we can find one more within this video live with you guys, just to kind of break down how this works. Because I know there was one as well. You have Crown here he talks about. Moon Tropica, let's see. No, there was another one I liked at the end because I watched this video. I did it just a few days ago. Destra. So look, he made this video. Destra was sitting at 22 cents. Pretty big market cap, right? $222 million market cap. And after that video, check this out, guys. I still learn things from these creators. It's crazy. Destra went up to, it's up 3.5, 47 cents. So 100% on that trade here, guys. And look at over the momentum of the max scale here. So launched on March 14th, of course, was mentioned about here, and you would have literally had a 100% trade in that portfolio, in that position. And he's actually just ciphering through. He's going through 100 projects, guys. He's going through, maybe not 100, but he's going through dozens and dozens and dozens in here. So when Alex Becker shows and puts on 300,000 people to new sectors, those people are going to jump in those sectors. So being able to have those notifications on, skip about 20 minutes into the video so you can front run everybody that is, of course, watching this, all 100,000 people, putting it on times 2 and finding those products. Look, that is how you beat the narrative times 2. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoy and just appreciate this content as a whole, we did this in one take, and I am excited, guys. Narrative trading and trend watching is by far one of the most important things you need to do in crypto if you want to be a successful trader. And of course, with Larry Fink talking about tokenization, with your venture capitals, and guys, I know people, I've listened, hundreds of millions and billions of dollars are going to be entering the Bitcoin DeFi ecosystem. You see Michael Saylor saying he's going to invest and become a Bitcoin development company. You have Marathon Oil that we've talked about in previous videos, analyzing their Bitcoin layer 2, them investing into borrowing and lending protocols on DeFi. We know these are the next narratives. And if you guys appreciate those narratives, be sure to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what products that you're watching and the trends that you believe are about to take off. Thank you for watching.